DOJ solves government weaponization by creating $1.8 billion fund to weaponize taxpayer dollars against government weaponization. In a bold move hailed as the greatest act of justice since the invention of the apology, the Department of Justice announced Monday the creation of a $1.776 billion anti-weaponization fund to compensate victims of weaponization, which was made possible by the government weaponizing a giant pile of money from the Judgment Fund. The fund, part of a settlement in which President Trump dropped his $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS over leaked tax returns, will provide a systematic process to hear and redress claims of others who suffered weaponization and lawfare. Trump himself will receive only a formal apology and a polite pat on the back, because apparently even billion-dollar settlements have their limits. Finally, we're holding the deep state accountable by giving millions of taxpayer dollars to our friends who got investigated, said an anonymous senior administration official while counting gold coins like Scrooge McDuck. This isn't a slush fund. It's restorative justice. The kind where the restorers get restored to their beach homes. Critics from the left were predictably apoplectic, calling the fund everything from a blatant abuse of power to literally the end of democracy as we know it, again. One Democratic congressman described it as a scheme to siphon billions into the pockets of insurrectionists, rioters, and people who forwarded the wrong meme in 2020. A DOJ spokesman responded by saying, "Look, when the previous administration spent years investigating political opponents, that was democracy in action. When we write giant checks to those opponents, that's also democracy in action." Both can be true. Especially when one involves large denominations. Applications for the fund are expected to pour in from January 6. Defendants, former Trump aides who had their phones confiscated, and at least one guy who claims the FBI once looked at him funny. Payouts will be overseen by a special commission of completely unbiased Trump appointees until December 2028, or until the money runs out, whichever comes first. At press time, sources confirmed the fund had already received its first application from a man claiming emotional distress after being forced to sit through 4 years of Rachel Maddow monologues. He is seeking $47 million and a lifetime supply of hydroxychloroquine,